Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm getting ready to paint this Australian sheepdog. I'm sitting outside in front of my house. Good morning. And so this is the reference picture I took of this dog a while ago. And here's my little neighbors. They're on their way to school. This is an Australian Shepherd. He's been gridded. I was at a festival and it was a beautiful dog, and I enjoyed him so much that the owner allowed me to take this picture of him. The size of the picture is 11 by 14, and also the canvas is also 11 by 14. So now that I'm going to put in the background colors in which he will be painted in. So I just wanted you to see the reference. Thank you.
I like those colors.
Thank you.
I like those colors too.
Oh boy, you guys on your way to school? All right,
I have a step stool on my house.
that's good. That makes you able to get this stuff easier.
Well, why do I need this? Because I'm 6.
I know you had a birthday. You think I didn't know? I saw your jumper and everything.
How did you see everything?
Cause I live next door to you.
Oh, did you look at the baby?
I could see it
From where?
from the backyard. You guys had a blast. You had so much fun.
Did you see my backyard?
Yes, I
I
have
saw
seen
the
you.
bounce house. Right?
I saw the bounce house.
My backyard is just so short.
Yes, and everybody's in the video.
And can I say something? There's an element show about trucks going on ice.
Oh, really?
And if the truck goes on tight turn, and when they go on tight turn, and the tight truck actually falls off the ice.
Okay.
And then a lot of snow was in the way, and workers come for shower, and then under the truck called TJ Two Car.
Really?
TJ
Oh my goodness. So my little friends are leaving. They're going to school. And I'm putting in the base colors to the Australian Shepherd. So you look behind the colors. What I mean by that is you want to get your darkest darks in because a lot of times I find that people want to paint the brightest colors first. Therefore, your animal don't have a whole lot of depth. And then so you also want to follow the the stroke of the fur is in different directions. So you really want to follow the fur direction. And that make your animal look a whole lot better. The colors I'm using is raw umber, ultramarine blue, carbon black, burnt umber, and I mixed some white and a little uh, Payne's gray together, and just a tiny bit of Payne's gray, and it's like a light pale blue color. So what I'm going to do when I need browns and grays is I'll add that along with some brown and a tiny bit of ultramarine blue, and you'll get a gray tone. Well, I want the darkest gray tone right now for this area right here because you can always come back and put your highlights on it. But then you want to continue to follow your brush strokes. I'm using not a flat, I forget the name of this brush. I don't even know why I'm forgetting it at this point. But it's the angled one. And it really is good for brush direction for me. And so you could just gently brush the strokes in the direction you want to go in. Then right here, the strokes go in the opposite direction. And so by using acrylic paint, it's simpler for you to add a second layer if you don't want to get lost with your painting. But getting these dark base layers in first is so very important in my opinion, because that way um, you get a little depth. I'm adding a little of that phthalo, I mean the white and Payne's gray I made just to give myself some, I like a little roadmap of this area right here. So this is not the end of it, it's just the beginning. But I do want to know exactly where I am in reference to this. So this area here is completely gray, which is right here. I could just paint all of this with a dark gray that I can make up from the colors that I told you earlier. The darker, kind of the better. So then, but the hair direction is kind of long. So as you can see, the hair direction is long. Now, if anybody is interested in painting this dog, what I do is, because I don't have access to a printer, or the printer I do have access to it, sometimes it tends to come out not as visible as I would like it. So I take a picture of it with my phone and send the file to a neighborhood printer, you know, and I ask them to print me up an 8 by 10 or 11 by 14. And then I glue it to this board. This is a piece of old mat board. And then I can make a grid on top of it and hold my reference, you know, and know exactly what area I'm working in, because it's 100% gridded the same way. So I could, um, know exactly where I am in the painting. So right now, as I said, I'm just basically trying to get in the background colors. Okay, so this line is here. So there's a little light gray. I just tap into the dark gray I made and not be worried about recreating the same colors over and over again. Um, I used to be like, oh my gosh, can I make that color again? There's so many shades of gray in this animal that I don't think we should really concern ourselves. If you're in the right value of the animal, I don't think you really should concern yourself so early on if you got the right colors. Um, you should really be interested in brush strokes, the direction of your brush strokes, and that kind of a thing. Because um, and value, and value simply means the light or the darkness of a color. I think those are more important at this point in the painting, because this is really just the bottom layer of the painting. It's a 11 by 14, like I said before, so I really don't know how long it's going to take me to paint the entire picture, but you got to be more so concerned about brushstroke and brush direction for you to um, get the animal to look like you want him to. Well, I'm here in sunny California, and we're going to get a rainstorm uh, in the next couple of days. So I don't even think I'm going to finish this today. And in fact, I'm not going to even attempt to finish it today. I'm going to make it a little bit more of that dark I was telling you about with the raw umber, ultramarine blue, and a little of that white and Payne's gray that I had made up. I, right now, I'm just really worried about getting the darks in because that's very important in my opinion. So you really, really, really want to get your darks in. I don't even think this is dark enough. I could go back over it again with some black and give it a little bit more. Um, Matter of fact, I am. I'm gonna add a little black to this and a little bit more of the raw umber and a little black to the mix that I was making out that gray. It's on the bluish gray side, which is not a problem because, like I said, these are the underlayers, and I might change brush for a second. A smaller round brush, and I don't want to put too much detail on the edge yet because I haven't done the background. But after I finish with the base colors, I can move to the background. I like to do it that way because I want the dog to look like he's sitting on the concrete and not pasted on. So if I save the edges and do the background after I've figured out all the areas of the dog that I really want to figure out, then I can come back in and do the edges of the dog after I put the background in. It seems to work that good for me that way. And if there's a better way, I haven't yet discovered it yet. I just don't want the dog to look like he's sitting. I mean, the background looks like it's then took over the dog. I want the dog to look like it's over the background. So adding a little bit more dark to this seems to be the direction I want to go in, and so this is working out. I very seldom make a video where that I'm talking on, but I think it was important to let you guys see what I'm doing and talk about what I'm doing. I was making some shorts for a while, um, but I don't know if you guys are more interested in hearing me ramble on or if this is at all helpful because I do want to be helpful with the artwork that I'm doing. So right now, I'm continue to building in the background colors before I even move forward to the foreground colors. So this is definitely just the beginning. And um, like right here, I'm gonna wash my brush out. I have some burnt umber, and this area here is extremely light, but I don't want to use that light of a color yet. So I'm gonna go in and I'll just use the burnt umber to put the dog's foot in. So I can adjust the colors later on. Um, I remember I used to just want to go in with the local colors and go ahead and just finish the painting as quickly as I can. But through observation and watching YouTube and other artists, I figured that this would be my best way of getting the job done. You know, a lot of times your painting will come out super flat and you don't know why. This could basically be one of the reasons. So right now I'm using a little bit of that um, white and Payne's gray and mixed it with the burnt umber to get the lightness of the paw down here. And like I said, this is just the beginning. I hope you're not getting too much glare from the sun. There's also a brownish area right up under here. So I'm going to use the same mixture and make a little bit more and put it in right up under here. And so there we go. Now this is a leash. This area here, as you can see, I have another little area right here under the lip that's got the brown. So now I'm going to move on to this area here, which is basically um, the lightest value. So I'm going to follow the direction of the dog's fur. And by following this direction, you're going to feel a lot more um, like you're really looking at it's going to have a lot more dimension. This could have been a little darker. In fact, I can add a tiny bit of black into this mixture. And I think I'll be a little bit better with that because I do have a lot of light colors to add in on top of here. And I do want you to be able to determine and see the white fur. And if it's not dark enough from the beginning, you won't be able to see it. Or it won't have as much dimension as you probably would want it to have. It's very important the values and giving it more dimension. So now this area as well is uh, white. So I'm gonna add in. Uh, oh, I said I wasn't gonna do the edges. Okay, well that's a mistake. But I, this is more so of a mask of color. This is gonna be. I'm gonna separate that with a white line. It's two different areas. So if I lighten it a little bit right there, you'll be able to. Good morning. How are you? All right. Then there's a white paw here. So I'm going to continue with his other leg that goes off the page. And she was such a beautiful dog. I'm trying to paint and talk at the same time. So I want you guys to forgive me for that. I'm not very good at this, painting and talking at the same time. I'm rinsing my brush out. And then I found that this area here is completely in that brown again. So I'm going to go back to my brown um, umber. And it's way darker than it needs to be. But like I said, I would prefer it this way. And then I would to have the depth I'm going to need when I add the next layers of color on. So not to worry, I am going to get it right. Like I said, I'm sitting outside in front of my house this early Thursday morning, and I have neighbors walking down the street. People are walking their dogs, and so you will hear people talking, walking, laughing. We have a wonderful little coffee shop at the corner, so a lot of people are going to that. Okay, behind here, oh, I'm going to do this other brown area right here. And again, I'm following the brush direction. I mean, the hair direction. And so it's very important. This eye as well has hair direction. And it's brown right over this eye. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the gray tone, which is a little darker than this area. This area was white. So we're going to mix up the ultramarine blue, the darkest brown I have, which is the raw umber, and I think I'm going to need a little black, and I'm using carbon black. So I want to get a kind of dark area right here. Okay. Um, Not the darkest dark, but dark. So uh, got to figure out the brush direction. I mean the hair direction. And once you get this mapped in, it really changes the game for you because you can see really clearly what you need to do. But this dog got eyebrows, funny, right around here. I didn't draw them in, so I'm gonna have to just kind of ad lib it. And so, and leave them in there until I can do better. All right, this hair is going up. I hope this is helpful. I mean, it looks like he's difficult to do, but he really isn't. I mean, he is, but he's not that bad. You really, really, I can't say it enough about how you need to follow the direction of the hair. It really will lend to you having more success with this animal. So we're going to go take this all the way up here. Um, Sometimes I lose my way. Good morning. How are you? Doing well. Hey, good morning. How's things going? Oh, I think it's called an Australian Shepherd. I just think they're so pretty.
Oh yeah,
And so
yeah.
I'm just putting in the.
Oh, that looks exactly the same so
Well,
far.
it's 11 by 14, and I transferred it with a grid. So you don't want to look too far away from what you're painting, and making a video of it. Hopefully, it will be helpful to people who
Yeah.
want to approach something like this. These are just the base layers. They really don't.
I'm telling you, you got to check out Etsy.
Oh, okay. Well, good to see you. All right, dear. You know you're in the video, right?
Oh, hi, my video. I didn't realize. That's okay.
Okay, back to my animal here. put in some of the black for his ear, and I'm also following the shape of the hair. Morning. So, and I really, really, really want to put this hair in here. Maybe I'll just put some in here. Uh, though I said I wasn't going to, just a little bit of it. What do you think? Just a little of it, not the whole everything part of this hair, but just a little bit. Therefore, I'll know where I am. You get to looking at these things and you'll start seeing subtle shades of color. Like this ear is on the dark side, but it has some highlights in it, and they're on the blue side. Uh, this area right here, it looks black, as you can see, it looks black, but it really isn't. It is a raw umber. And I remember when I first started painting, I didn't see the subtle shifts in value or color, or maybe because the values were the same and I didn't see the subtle shifts in color. But once you start painting and really looking at it, you'll be able to detect um, shifts in color, even though they look like they're possibly not. So I'm going to put this raw umber in here, and it's one of the darkest values of the dog. And maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. So, and it's the fur is just not in like patches brown here. I mean, it is, but it's all integrated, and so I will be able to do that integration of color later on. But right now, this is basically like a roadmap to show me exactly where I'm going, so I can appreciate the dog's hair direction. I guess I've probably said that 100 times by now, but it's really, really, really important, and I can't emphasize that enough. You know, you just don't want to paint in a color and be done with it. You really want to concentrate on the direction of the fur. I think it makes a better animal. I'm not saying that I am an expert at this in any way, but I have noticed that I am a little bit more satisfied with my own work when I pay attention to brush direction, hair direction, and also um, pay attention to the values. And in order for me to get the values I want, I have to put the darkest darks in first. And that's something that, you know, practices I've been practicing and been pleased with. So that's what I mean by that. And so now for this part of the animal, it's like he got a big white spot right here. There's white under that comes all the way down. As you can see, I had already did a lighter gray right there, but now that that's in, I can really go back with a little lighter shade. That's still not going to be the shade that it eventually end up being, but when you go dark and start putting in lights like this, you can really see the difference, or I can. And I really wanted to do this video so that you guys could see my journey on how I developed these dogs. The whole question is this thing recording? I hope it is. Well, I know that I'm getting a video feed, but I don't not know if I'm getting an audio feed. And that would be sad if I'm not getting audio feed after running off at the mouth and doing all this talking. So I just think this dog is so pretty. They're mostly sweet animals. So that's disposition is everything, huh? So what do you guys think so far? Would you like to see more of these kind of videos? I really, really, really am curious about that. Less talking, just painting. Would you like to see um, um, I'm really curious. More shorts. I'm really, really curious of what you guys are interested in. Am I being helpful? Okay, I forgot. I really missed this brown area over here. See how everything is kind of coming together? I'm really pleased with that. There's another brown area right here. Okay, didn't see that. It's one good thing about using a grid. It allows you to map it out. And if you know, a lot of people talk about people using grids, but I don't understand that part because no matter what, if you're painting something, there is no way for me, in my opinion, that any two people are going to draw a grid the same way. Um, it's just no way to paint it the same. So I've never understood that part. We're all different. And so how we hold the brush, how we approach the brush, none of that's going to be the same. And you have to draw it. So how is it cheating? You have to draw it. If I did a grid again on the same animal, I don't even think it would be the same as what I'm doing right now. So I don't understand how a lot of times people say that that's cheating. You know, I don't understand that. Well, she has a very dark leash right here. And as I've been painting it, I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to make her leash fuchsia. I'm going to take it all completely to um, through this background layer. Like I said, I hope it's not a whole lot of glare. I hope this is valuable to somebody. Uh, Good morning.
I was intrigued by what you're painting.
Oh, come see. I'm making a video. Can you go that way?
Yes.
Thank you. So
Wow.
so these are the background layers,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's helping me to see the different values and things like that.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you commission?
Yes, I
It's all
do.
commission work?
Hmm
That's awesome.
So it'll take a few days to develop. I'm also making a YouTube page, so you're gonna be on it.
Do you have stuff on your YouTube page now?
Yeah, there's a
Oh, I
little.
see it. Okay. I'll give it a follow.
Thank you.
Cool. It was really nice meeting you.
My name is Sylvia.
Sylvia, nice to meet you. My name's Danielle.
Do you paint, Danielle?
I do not. I did a little photography every now and then, but
Oh,
I've tried to paint, but nothing.
well,
It's difficult.
Well,
It takes practice, and I
it
don't
takes
have the patience
practice.
for the practice.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
And so when I, excuse me, I always wanted to go quick
Mhm.
and not do this layer.
Mhm.
And I always wonder, well, why my stuff don't look like theirs?
Yeah.
Because you didn't put the depth in it.
Yeah.
As you can see, that don't look like that.
Yeah. Not yet.
And so a lot of people call this the ugly stage. I call this the intelligence stage.
So you lay out everything. So you know
Yeah.
where's what.
And so I don't mind the stage. I used to, because I wanted to be in a hurry.
Very cool.
Well, thank you so much.
For letting me watch you for a second.
Oh, no problem.
I work down the street. So.
Oh, really? Where you work at?
I work at the sign store.
Do you?
Yeah. It's right on the corner.
Yeah, they've been down there for I don't even know how long.
Yeah, I think 40 years.
Yeah, I've been here for 31.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, they've been down there a long time.
very nice group of people.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, indeed. So,
Well, have a good day.
all right, thank
I have to get
you.
my shot of-
Oh,
There we go.
so take a picture and subscribe. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm sitting outside in front of my house, and so um,
Drive.
all right, thank you. There's people walking their dogs, like I said, and okay, I really kind of like this. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but I like the direction it's going in. I didn't bring a color out for the leash right here, but I see that there's a couple of other parts to this leash. Maybe I'll just do it in brown for right now. I don't want to not put it in and forget about it. And later on, when I start adding the color to it, um, I'll change it. It's so easy to change color with acrylics. So much fun. Hey!
Hey, have a wonderful weekend.
Oh, you too, dear. So that's it for today. And thank you guys very much for coming on along on this journey with me. And I'm going to stop the video now. Bye.